Today in our 2014 Nissan Murano, we're going to be doing a test fit on the Thule WingBar Evo Roof Rack system. This system is specifically designed to fit your factory raised rails on your Nissan Murano. This Thule Roof Rack system is going to allow us to carry roof-mounted accessories on our Murano. Things like bike racks, kayak carriers, roof boxes, and more. It's designed to work with your factory raised rails. 4 Thule Evo feet clamp around those rails, making a nice tight fit, so we can rest assured with everything in place, they're not going anywhere. Our accessories will be safe as we're heading down the road. The feet can be adjusted anywhere along your raised rails to accommodate your load. For example, if you're carrying a kayak, you can adjust them further forward. That way we can still access that rear hatch, or that way it's not hanging off the back of the vehicle. They feature rubber flaps, that way they don't harm or scratch those raised rails. Here underneath the cover, it hides our hardware. That way it can't be tampered with or removed. It's going to deter theft. If we'd like to upgrade the cover with a Thule locking core, you can pick up 4 with part number TH544. Until then, we can use a coin or a flathead screwdriver to keep that locked up. The crossbars themselves are 47 inches long. They'll accommodate your standard clamp-on accessories as well as your T-slot accessories. Simply fold the end cap over to reveal that T-slot, and instead of having to remove or cut that rubber strip, that T-bolt fits down through and slides anywhere you want it to be positioned. The whole system has a 220-pound weight capacity. You do, however, want to check with your Murano's owner's manual to see if your roof can support that much weight. Now we'll give you some clearance measurements. This will give you an idea of how much you've added to the top of your Murano. From the top of the roof to the underside of the bar is about 3 inches. From the top of the roof to the top of the bar is about 4¼ inches. And if you're curious whether or not that sunroof still will work, it'll work out just fine. Now this system is made out of a strong plastic and aluminum construction, so it's going to hold up the elements. We don't have to worry about any rust or corrosion. It also features a limited lifetime warranty. We've already got our front bar in position. Let's go ahead and do the rear bar. It installs the same way. I've got one side assembled. We just need to do the other side. Let's go ahead and turn our crossbar over. I'll turn it over on its side just so I can show you a little bit easier. The channel on bottom here is what we're going to be sliding our Evo support into. So we'll turn it upside down, we'll line it up, and we're going to push it on. Now you'll of course want to remove that end cap first if you already haven't. We'll push it all the way on, and then replace that end cap. It just slips in, and then clicks into place. From here, we're ready to set it in place on those factory raised rails. Now we can position this anywhere we want, but you'll want to be sure and position it to where it's going to work out best with your accessories. We also want to be sure they're the same distance, center on each side. So let me grab my tape measure here, center to center, and I'll check the other side. Now we can begin tightening it down. So we'll grab our included tool. We just need to remove the cover. We can push up on the little button on bottom, and then it just comes out. Now we don't want to tighten this down all the way just yet. Let's just go ahead and close in the clamp until it makes contact around our factory raised rails. So we're going to do this for both sides. Now before we tighten them the rest of the way down, we want to be sure we have even bar overhang. So what that means is we want to make sure that we have the same amount of distance from the support here to the end of the bar on each side. So since I didn't tighten it down all the way, I can just adjust the bar from one end to the other. Now you can either eye this up or you can use a tape measure, whichever works best for you. Once you've got it where you want it, then you can go ahead and continue tightening them down. Now I'd like to point out that the tool will click when it's properly torqued down. That's how we know it's nice and tight. So we'll do the same for both sides, and then we can just replace our covers and we're all set. So we'll just push that in until it clicks. Then the last step is to fill in the rest of our channel on the underside of our crossbar. So in our kit, we're going to get a rubber strip that we can cut down to size and insert that. And by doing so, it's going to cut down on that wind noise or that whistling we might get when we're on the road. On the inside here, we can close up our slidable scale. Just like that. So we'll want to do this for our front and rear crossbar. Once everything's installed, we're ready to load up our favorite Thule roof mounted accessory on our Murano and hit the road. But that's going to complete our test fit of the Thule WingBar Evo roof rack system on our 2014 Nissan Murano.